This was quite a gnarly one. I felt like I left my eyeballs behind. Do you remember how hard it was to go to the toilet in those outfits? I remember making it to the end and be like, okay, I made it. And then they'd be like, okay, take two, go again. Like, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so you learn quickly, like, you die early.
Take the first fall, yeah. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of ScreenRant Stuntmen React. On today's show, we're rejoined by the amazing stuntman, Kenchington.
Hi.
If you missed Troy's previous show, he was talking about his work on Game of Thrones and Doctor Who. But for today, let's get into the first clip. Star Wars, The Last Jedi. And Troy, what were you doing on this?
On these particular films, I was doubling for General Hux. What a poor guy, he's always getting bashed around. And
I was going to say, like,
up.
my first thought for like stunts in these films wouldn't be Hux's character, but actually he gets like surprisingly smashed up by like every one of these films.
For this one, he's basically being told off by his boss, who's Snoke, and he's not impressed with Hux's work. This particular stunt that they left in the film, this was take 2, where I face plant the floor.
So this is like no hands.
Oh, the bounce.
Yeah, there it is.
The bounce of your face.
I mean, just the fact that you've got your like hands directly by your side, there's no protection and you just go straight to your face.
I didn't want to put my hands down. I had all padding up on my chest and stuff, and we rehearsed it, and I could do it without banging my head. It was more a chest bounce. Just puff your chest out, pull your head back, and drop to the floor.
Yeah.
So we did it the first take. The first take was fine, and Rob Inch, the coordinator, comes over and he was like, cool, just do the same again. The only thing we're going to change is we're going to pull the ropes a bit faster for a faster drag across the floor. I was like, okay, great. And I must have relaxed my neck a bit too much on this one, because I did end up banging my head on the floor. I was absolutely fine, but it opened my eyebrow.
Right, okay.
Injuries to the head, like little cuts, can look worse than what they are. So I banged my head, there was blood everywhere. Rob was like, okay, we're going to take you to the hospital because it's head injury. Yeah. So I got straight in with the medic, and he took me to A&E. So that's always a good day at work.
Yeah.
It was all fine. Came back to work. And it was funny in the amount of time that I'd been and gone, the amount of stories that went round. But these things get
exaggerated,
blown up.
Yeah.
One thing that was true, and I feel so bad for her, was there were SAs, extras, down in the pits. Yeah. When I banged my head on the floor, the cut was open, and then on the twist, as I span round, some blood flickered all over the poor SA lady.
Blood on the face, oh my god.
So I never had the chance to apologise because they were like wrapped and went. If she's watching this, I'm very sorry.
So did they actually use the one that you got the slight injury from, yeah?
Yeah, the second one was the one that they used in the film.
Well, at least they get to, you got your injury, but you get that shot used in the film kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it makes for like a really cool looking impact.
It was, I'm glad that they left like that one in.
Yeah.
Boom!
Oh God, yeah.
Supreme Leader, don't get distracted, our goal.
So we're now looking at another Huck scene.
This was fun. There it is, bang.
I mean, both of those stunts, it's like so quick and so brutal kind of thing.
It's the shock factor.
Yeah.
Because I think they're done in such a way that whenever Hux gets anything handed to him, you don't see it coming.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, this was a manual pull. The guys are out the back pulling me, giving me the effect of being forced into the console.
And if they're giving you that pull, but there's a wall there, is the cabling going through the wall?
Yeah, they drill a little hole through the wall.
Right, okay.
Take the tech through the wall to the guys, and then my pick on my harness. So 3, 2, 1, action, get the timing of the slap right, and it will be boom, boom, boom.
So it was actually Adam Driver issuing the slap to you as well?
Yeah, he got the timing bang on.
Was it a one-take wonder? Or?
It was, yeah.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
It's comedic in a way, isn't it? It makes you laugh every time you see. You wince because it's such a hard hit, but it's also funny because of just the sheer.
It's a little bit slapstick.
Yeah, very slapstick.
Yeah, poor old Hux getting absolutely slapped about as usual. So we're now looking at the Rise of Skywalker, the third part of the trilogy, and this is where Hux meets his final demise. Tell us a little bit about the scene.
Normally, stunt performers, in whatever they do, they land in such a way that they face away from camera, or as you get blown through the air, you cover so no one knows it's not the actor. So because the camera is right on me, it was a full face replace. I have black dots painted over me. They use my entire body from head to toe, and then later they'll put Donal's face on my face. So this is all me here. I had to do his little walk.
So the entire thing is you, and they've face replaced it.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's amazing. So that's
all
you.
face replaced.
That's all me. That's all face replace. Yeah.
So it feels like so basically they've done that so they can get it in one take. It doesn't have to cut.
Yeah.
No one.
I wouldn't.
Until you said that,
I wouldn't for a
never
second
have
thought. Yeah.
And it's nice when something works so well. People remember it. When you talk about Hux's death, because it's quite brutal, it stays with people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this jerk was done on a ram to give it more punch than a manual pull. It was one of those ones where I felt like I left my eyeballs behind. So with jerks and stuff, a lot of the time you get lift. So if you're being hit by a superhero, you'll get lifted, or if there's an explosion, you'll get lifted.
Yeah.
Whereas this one's the complete opposite. I was shot at point blank range, so it was straight down and straight long.
Okay.
So I had a little bumper under my wig to protect the back of my head, the impact on the floor. But the jerk was so quick and so powerful that my wig went like that. So you can kind of see it in here. This was one take as well.
Oh, really?
Got it in one.
I mean, you really travel there. Like, you get some really good distance on that.
The tech was taken all the way back through that corridor, up the stairs, through the back wall. So
Right, okay.
it was that far away, so I had a lot of travel.
I mean, as you go out, you can literally see
Your head
it
goes-
goes,
Yeah.
and the hair's like that. Yeah.
So Troy not only performed as the double for General Hux in these films, you also got to be a stormtrooper and do a few stunts as well.
So the stormtrooper outfits, they are so hard to do anything in.
Right, okay.
To move, to see, to breathe, they're just tough to work with.
Yeah. And this isn't to bash on the costume department because they have their own requirements to work to and stuff like that. Sometimes those sort of things aren't thought about when making the costumes. Sort of left to us to sometimes make our own adjustments and you know, just fight through those problems.
The guns, when you hold your blaster, you can't really raise your shoulders higher than like here. The visibility is, if I'm honest, it's pants.
Right.
The actual lenses are tinted black, so you kind of have to feel your steps. If you're starting on a mark and you're running in, a good thing to do is count your steps and then walk backwards, so you know.
You basically lose all of your
Senses. There's like lights around the corridor, so I knew that I'd be dying 3 steps back from that light. It's just tough to try and keep your energy up in a situation where you can't see. You've lost a couple of your senses. We had little poppers on our costumes as well. So when we got to our mark, they would explode. So it looks like Finn or whoever it is that shot us is causing those sparks.
Okay.
Again, timing was tough and really hard. You'd run to your mark, and if you're too late, that looks bad because that will go off, and then you'll be, that was me. Do you remember how hard it was to go to the toilet in those outfits?
Yeah, I don't think they actually went to the toilet in the end. You got used to holding it, I think.
And we now know why the stormtroopers got such terrible shots. Because they can't actually function in their own armour. Like,
Bang their head on the doors on the way through.
exactly. Was the release, Troy, when you first put the costume on, just a moment of like, I'm a stormtrooper, this is cool?
Yeah, and it was cool for about half an hour.
Okay, I was 5 minutes.
Yeah. I remember as well, you kind of get accustomed to your own costume. So I remember this was the last film, so I remember by now you've got quite a good idea of how your outfit fits you.
Yeah.
But each part is individual. So I remember getting to work and putting it on, and you'd be like, this doesn't feel right. I think, Freddie, you've got my left leg. And then you'd have to swap parts there, and it's like, I think you've got my right arm. So then you swap there.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
Star Wars, like, it was like from growing up watching the films to then being in the spaceships and seeing Chewbacca on set. They're those moments where you sit back and go, all right, this is quite surreal. This is a fun job.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually doing this, I'm actually here.
Yeah.
I'd like to do this myself.
Massive thank you for watching, guys, and as always, we hope you enjoyed the show. Huge thank you to Troy for coming in.
Thank you.
Join us next week when we'll be breaking down more stunts from the world of film and TV. See you then, guys.